Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
All right, thanks a lot, Ken, and thank you for tuning into the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm Rich Walsh. I'll be joined by Chris Mueller in just a matter of minutes, moments, maybe even seconds. Let's just go to him right now. Chris, I was a little distracted at the beginning of the show because Ken and I, we always talk about pizza. We love pizza. I know that you are the one American that does not like pizza, right? You are the one person in Pittsburgh that does not like pizza. So we do pizza every Friday here at KDK. We're just trying to figure out our pizza plans for this Friday. It's a big day for me and Ken. So we're just talking about, do we get sausage? Do we get pepperoni mushroom? What should we do?
So here's the thing. I actually eat pizza. I don't eat melty cheese. Long story, your listeners and viewers don't care. They don't want to hear about how I don't eat grilled cheese or anything like that. However, true pizza, there is a true pizza, the marinara pizza. Anyone that has studied the old world, like in Naples, they go to Naples, not Florida, Italy, they will tell you that a marinara pizza is one of the truest forms, along with, I guess what, it would be a Neapolitan style, whatever it would be. So you got a little oregano, you got a little olive oil, a little nice red sauce on there, and maybe you throw a meat topping on it. I've had great pizza like that, marinara pizza, from a particular pizza truck that goes around town to places. So I know a little bit about pizza, the real kind, without cheese.
I'll take any kind right now. I'm hungry. All right, let's get to sports here. And the big topic and the big story, Chris. The Steelers are going to postpone their game here. It was scheduled to be played on Sunday at 1 o'clock on KDK. Now we're hearing it's going to be moved to Monday. Time to be determined. I've heard a couple different scenarios here. It could be in the afternoon at 4 or 5. Also, I saw a Pro Football Talk report out there that potentially could be at 7, a nationally televised game. Now, that would be fun. But what I want to get to here, Chris, is why is this game postponed? 4 players have COVID, right? They're in isolation. Everyone else is negative. Isn't that why we have the expanded practice squad?
I don't think it really has anything to do with like sheer numbers on the roster, right, of available bodies, because the 3 players we know that had it in the first place, I still haven't seen, maybe I've just missed it, the identity of the 4th player to test positive, but the 3 players that did in the first place, Richie, none of them. One was a long snapper, one was a practice squad guy, one was a nose tackle who'd had a pretty quiet season. It wasn't like majorly impactful players. I'm assuming the 4th player is same such, although we don't know that for sure. This doesn't seem to be a matter of numbers or of like a competitive disadvantage because Tennessee's best players would be out. This seems like the NFL wanting to really put a very serious face on this and say we're going to be stern. This one player testing positive beyond the first 3 means we're going to shove this thing back a day. I firmly believe, by the way, that if that player hadn't tested positive, this game would be going off on Sunday as regularly scheduled. But I'm a little bit cynical. The NFL kind of does what it wants here with this sort of thing, and I think right now they want to appear that they are very much on top of it and taking it very seriously. But here's what I ask. Say you have one more player test positive and you have to push the game back till Tuesday, but that's where it ends. Tennessee's got a more or less full roster. Everything settles down. You're then putting player safety in danger by having these teams play a game on Tuesday, then have to turn around and play again on Sunday. That's like robbing Peter to pay Paul in terms of player safety and player health. What do you care about? Their physical well-being because they're going to get their bones beaten up, or the virus? I obviously understand that the virus is important, but you're definitely putting these guys at more risk by having them play on an unexpected short week.
We're also talking about what's fair here, right? That's what you want, and this isn't fair to the Steelers if you're pushing it back Tuesday. Now you have 2 less days to prepare for the Eagles. Do you just push that back to Monday night then and just keep kicking the can down the road?
I mean, at some point, I think the NFL would have to stop kicking the can down the road. I don't really know if they would definitely push that Eagles game back one day to accommodate it. Here's the thing. The notion of fairness, I think people here should be very careful about, because there's always the chance. I mean, this was random. It doesn't sound like Tennessee's players were being irresponsible or doing stupid stuff that they shouldn't have done. Like we saw those Raiders players out at a public event, no masks. Looks like they might get in trouble for that. But this could happen to any team. It could be bad luck, random chance, unless players are all sequestering in bubbles when they're not around each other. So I don't want to go and harp too much on, the Titans screwed the Steelers over here, because it could happen to the Steelers and the shoe could be on the other foot. I don't think it's an ideal situation for anybody. I thought actually Mike Vrabel had the best answer. I expected the game to get moved back at least one day, and we're not going to make excuses. And that's the same thing Ryan Tannehill said. These guys all know that this is an unprecedented season, and they all know that something like this could have happened and that they're just going to have to deal with it.
I liked what Ben said, and we played that soundbite in the 10 o'clock news. We'll play it again at 11, basically saying that they should play the game on Sunday. I kind of like that approach. Everyone knew what you were getting into. These players, if you have one day of practice, I think that game should be played on Sunday. But look, before we get the break here, this could open up the door for a lot. Maybe a regular 2-game schedule on Monday night. If this works out somehow, you know how things just happen to work out in situations like this. I think 2 games on Monday would be great moving forward.
Well, I think it illustrates something that always should have existed on the NFL schedule, and that's 2 bye weeks. Players get absolutely, beaten to smithereens during the course of a season, and it's been a collective bargaining kind of battle for a long time. I just think like the humane thing almost to do for the guy's physical well-being is to have 2 bye weeks. The other thing that gives you, whether it's a pandemic or crazy inclement weather at some point, is a little bit more schedule flexibility. So I would hope that the NFL would look into that. As for 2 Monday night games, I mean, come on. It's the NFL. We know that when they get a whiff of something that maybe they could make even more money, maybe they could make a certain television property or part of the schedule more valuable, they'll try to do it. So if they think this would do boffo numbers, or it does do boffo numbers if it goes off on Monday night, then you can guarantee, bet your bottom dollar, that they're going to make a serious inquiry about it, making it permanent.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. All right, Chris, we got to take a break. Back with your phone calls, 412-575-2600 on the Bordas and Borders hotline. Stay right there.